Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm very happy to have you here. We are going to dive right in with your reading. We are going to really try to get an in-depth look at someone who's on your mind or in your energy, whom you may need to be like more aware of, or you may feel aware of, someone that you're looking for answers about. We're just going to do a deep dive into one person, one energy, and see what comes out. All right. I've never done this before, but we're just going to do it. Or at least I've never done it like this. Okay. I like to begin my readings by saying thank you so much to all of you who have been with me for a long time, who watch my videos on a regular basis, who are such a beautiful support group for each other, for me, for this journey. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you who likes, shares, comments, subscribes. It truly means the world to me. I'm very humbled by your presence, actually. And to all of you who are new to the channel, welcome, welcome. I am super happy to have you here also. And I hope this reading resonates with you, but just keep in mind, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? So let's dive in. So who does Pisces need to know about? Who's on Pisces' mind? Who's Pisces thinking about? What do we need to know? What is their current energy, please? The current energy for Pisces person, please. Person on Pisces' mind. Wow. All right, Pisces. This is very interesting. So we're getting the hawk spirit. And I keep getting this feeling in your readings lately that there is someone watching you, or there is someone, it's like they're observing you. This can be someone that you're already in a relationship with. You know, it can also be someone who really wants to understand you better, or who wants to get to know you, or who sees some potential. It can also be, you know, a lingering ex who is really wanting to know what's going on in your life, how you're doing, if you're recovering, if you're still thinking about them. You know, this is just someone, you are the focus of this person's kind of attention, or you have this person's attention. And, you know, for some of you, it's like it's almost like I'm getting this feeling that someone is paying attention to you, or really watching for the details of what's going on with you, kind of to put their own mind at ease. This may be someone who's really deciding whether or not they can trust you or trust the situation. This may be someone who's trying to determine if they came back, if you'd be receptive. Someone who's thinking about if now is a good time to kind of make a move on the situation. They're really observing every detail, and I feel like they're trying to do it inconspicuously in a way. You know, like a hawk can see every detail from a long way away. And, you know, and it may even be that it's kind of like they have trained their eye, or they even sort of like know what they're looking for. Or, you know, if this is cyclical, like this is an ex that has come back before, or if you have entered into some type of pattern of behavior with this person, it's like they're really watching for every signal and sign of that. You know, for some of you, this can be an anxious person or an avoidant person. I'm talking about their attachment style. If you aren't familiar with attachment style, I highly recommend that you Google it and just read about it, figure out your own attachment style. It's very enlightening, and it is something that you can work to change if you would like to, if you feel you need to. If you want a different result in your relationship, I highly recommend that. You have cat spirit on the bottom of the deck. And so I feel this person is observing you as independent, or as someone who doesn't really need anyone, or someone who, it's like, if this is an ex, they're feeling like you're someone who has claimed you're independent. They may also, this may have something to do with your singleness. You know, they may feel that you are single, or they may, it almost feels like they're taking it for granted a little bit though. In some certain cases, I just picked up on that. Sort of, it's like you're so independent that you're not going to connect with someone else either. I'm not really sure what that is about, but maybe we'll get more information on it as we dive into the reading. There is this really interesting interplay between a cat and a hawk, right? In some ways, you know, the hawk has the advantage, right? Because the hawk can see a cat from a mile away, and the hawk can always fly to get away from the cat. But a cat is sort of like, I would say, a natural predator for a hawk. So it feels almost sort of somewhat evenly matched here. I don't know why. But it also feels like there is a almost intuitive dance between these two souls. So it's almost as if they're in relationship to each other, even though I feel, because this cat is looking this way and this hawk is looking this way, they're not, you know, currently engaged. Although I do feel that some of you may be, and I also feel like there's almost, with this hawk energy, this little bit of like, I'm not watching you, like almost like trying to act like they're not hanging on your every word or watching your every move, or as consumed with figuring something out about you as they are. All right. I do just want to take one on the connection itself. I've just got a few decks out, and you know, I always do that intuitively, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to work. So you're getting synchronizations are like spiritual breadcrumbs leading your path. You may be making choices based off of emotion, pause and reflect, and time to let go of what no longer serves you. And then on the bottom of the deck, truths are coming to light, pause for reactions. Okay, so guys, you're getting these two words of caution of just pausing before you let your feelings be known, or before you expose what you are thinking or what you're feeling. It never hurts to take a breath or to take a beat, or leave some space there. There's almost something here too about, with this cat and this hawk, where there may be a natural sort of distrust, or there may be it's like, I'm not 100% sure what your motivation is how I feel. Or what your intention is. That doesn't feel like it's for everyone. But it's kind of like, wait and let someone show you. Sometimes our ideas around what other people's motivations, actually, not even sometimes, I would venture to say most of the time, our ideas around what other people's motivations are really more about us than it is about them. Literally yesterday, I had a viewer comment on my video that she had heard me tell a story before, and that I must be reposting a video. Clearly I was not reposting a video. I did ask for prayers for Debbie, and I would just still, even at this moment, ask that you continue to lift her up. She's in ICU. She's had a really rough go of it, and she really is a very beautiful, beautiful Piscean person, soul. And so, I mean, I even you know, there was even that time reference in the video. But anyway, yeah, she accused me of reposting old videos. I have never done that. I will never do that. Part of this journey for me is just showing up every day, or making the attempt, or trying to. I mean, obviously I don't show up every day, but I come really close, as close as I can. It's kind of like yoga. It's a practice of showing up. And, you know, this is part of my spiritual path as well, right? So, for me. So, you know, there was a point in time in my life where I feel like I would have gotten very defensive and would have been like, oh my gosh, you know, like, how dare you accuse me of that? Like, what in the world, you know? But immediately when I read that, I thought, oh man, you know, maybe this person has had people in their life that have really tried to fool them, or have really tried to, like, their intuition was telling them this person's cheating on me, or this person's not showing up, and that person was like, oh my gosh, you know, how could you possibly say that about me, da 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 da. And then she found out that, you know, they were cheating, or whatever, you know, some type of betrayal, some type of, you know, those things often linger in our suspicions about other people's motivations, and those things will self-sabotage you. And when you become aware of those things, it is very, you know, it's an opportunity to lean into it, to kind of ask yourself, where's this coming from? Why do I feel this way? Why am I accusing this of somebody of this, right? And that's really the energy that I'm getting here, is like, if you are suspicious of someone's motivations, I'm not saying there's not a good reason. But sometimes those things come from our gut, and sometimes those things come from our mind. And the things that come from our gut, we always need to trust. We don't need to consider it. We don't need to think about it. We don't need to process it. That to me is something we trust. And that's just my way of going about my life. Not to say that that's not right for you or whatever, like, take what resonates and leave the rest, right? But when it originates from our mind, and our mind gets really busy and is going, why did they say that? Did they say that because they meant this, or did they say that because they meant that? Did they do that, or did they not call back for 2 hours because, you know, they were busy with a work thing, or they were driving their car, or they were, you know what I mean? Or were they trying to elicit some kind of response from me? You know, those things, when we start considering those things, when we start going down those paths, you know, oftentimes we can say, well, okay, because, yeah, I've been betrayed before. Betrayal trauma does stuff to your brain. You know, it just does. But we always have the opportunity to heal it by leaning into it, by looking at it, not in relation to that person and that person's actions, but by looking at it about ourselves. Just as we say someone else's actions and words, you know, are a reflection of them, not us, ours are about us, right? So we can learn more about where we're at spiritually, and where we're at healing and healthy wise, and where we're at emotionally when we look at our own self, when we look at what we're projecting onto other people, what we're assuming and what we're thinking about other people. Yeah. Because that's the trickiest part, is navigating ourself in a relationship. Okay, wow, this is going in a direction I wasn't thinking it was going to go. But you are being led toward a relationship. There is a purpose behind this relationship. And it is asking you to look at the choices that you're making, you know, to reflect on them. They may be telling you something about yourself. It may be a word of caution of like, hey, watch yourself here, you know, and then it says time to let go of what no longer serves you. So there may even be things that you're projecting onto other people that are that are coming from a space of wounding, or a space of a past experience that, you know, you do have the opportunity to release at this time and to let go of. And part of being in a relationship is finding those things, the barriers that we have built within us against love, right? anything that is keeping us from being love. We can find that through connection. We can find it in a lot of ways, but one of the biggest, fastest sort of highlighters is a relationship. So it does say on the bottom of the deck, truths are coming to light. Pause for reactions. So if you find yourself going down a path or starting to go thinking about things like this, or starting to like bring some of that energy in, pause, sit with yourself, ask yourself, where is this coming from and why? What like chances are there's something happening that's reminding you of something from your past, and there's an opportunity to sit with it and to let it go and to release it so that it no longer has control over you the way that it has in the past. It's all about, you know, bringing the subconscious to the conscious so that we're making the choices that we want to make instead of those choices being made for us without us realizing it. All right, Hawk Spirit, tell me more. What about this Hawk Spirit? What can you tell me about this Hawk Spirit? What can you tell me about the Hawk Spirit? Oh. Oh. Pisces. You're getting making memories with you, love drunk, obsessive lover, and love is blossoming on the bottom of the deck. I feel this energy of someone who is like, you could be connecting with this person. You could be making memories with this person on some level. You may be in a shared friend group. Like it may be, what I'm saying is, could it be that you're dating? Yes. Could it be that you're just like in a group together, or you work together, or, you know, some other way? Yes. That, or this can be where someone is like picturing themselves in your life and you in them, in their life. You know what I'm saying? They may even be looking at your Instagram or your social media and sort of imagining, okay, well, what if this person had been with me here? What if I had been with that person there? What would we look like together? You know, there's just something like that. And it almost feels like the more this person thinks about it, the more convinced they are that this is something that they're really interested in. You have happy family and power couple. But I feel like you have love drunk, you have self-medicating, and you have mentally exhausted. There's an energy with this person where it's like kind of that think something to death kind of a thing. You know, for some of you, could there be a substance abuse issue? Possibly, with the drinking, with the love drunk and the self-medicating. Possibly. I really don't get that strongly. What I get more is that, you know, when you can't let something go, when, you know, it's like you get this picture in your head that, you know, of sort of a dream or a future or an outcome, and it sort of becomes your happy place, you know? But I feel like there are certain aspects of this that this person is thinking to death, where it's like, you know, maybe it's how do they make the approach? Maybe it's, you know, how do I maneuver my current life situation to be able to make this happen or bring this about? But it's like there's a certain aspect, I don't want to say that it's unhealthy, but it feels like there is some kind of conflict around it, or it does feel like this person is also using their vision of what this relationship could be to sort of escape their current situation. So for some of you, if this is like an ex, right? What it may look like is somebody who's watching your Instagram, watching your social media, thinking about all the times that you spent together, you know, thinking about what is possible in this relationship, holding a space for the vision that they had about you when they were with you, you know, feeling slightly out of control because they are not a part of your life, and anything could happen, anything could switch up right now. I go back to this energy with the cat spirit where it says claim your independence, where this person, it's like they just generally feel like you're someone who's independent, but they have no claim to you. You are not beholden to them to stay single. And I think that at times that gets to them, and they, you know, it's like, it's like, you know, when you're a smoker and you're constantly saying to yourself, I really need to stop smoking. Like, it's expensive, it doesn't smell good, like it's doing things to my skin and to my teeth and to my hair and my this and my that, and it's annoying to have to like step outside all the time, or to feel like I need a cigarette and I can't have one, whatever the case may be. It's kind of like that. It's that kind of jonesing energy of like, I really have to stop doing this, but I can't right now. You know what I mean? That kind of unhealthiness, you know, just, like I can't quite get this person off my mind. I can't quite escape this. And whenever I need to escape my current situation, I think about this person and what this would be like. You know what I'm saying? If this is like a new person that, and you're dating this person may really enjoy the time they're spending with you. And they may even feel a little bit like it's kind of getting a little out of control, or that like their feelings are developing and they're trying to stay chill. They're trying to stay calm. And they may be someone who's a bit of an overthinker, and they are, you know, kind of coming up with every scenario that could come as a result of this connection. I'm also getting like worrying about their next move. I do feel a little bit of a sense, and this definitely isn't for everyone, but it is kind of pushing the boundary of getting overwhelming at times, the overthinking, the coming up with the scenarios. With the self-medicating, it's not necessarily a good thing, right? It's like they're getting so invested in the future that it starts to make them anxious. That's what anxiety is. When we're too far in the future, when we're like, you know, getting really attached to an outcome or a thought or a hope or a vision, and going, oh my gosh, we're going to be a power couple. We could be a happy family. We're going to do well, you know, financially. People are always going to look at us and think, man, they're so attractive. They're this, they're that. They have it all. Da, 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 da. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've always wanted. You know, I kind of didn't think this was possible. I didn't really think this was out there, but like, whoa, I found my person. You know, but then it's like too much of a good thing. It's almost like it starts to, but then what if I'm getting too attached and then it doesn't work out and then I'm heartbroken? And you see what I'm saying? I kind of get that energy here. Probably not for everyone, but you know, it like they need to cool their jets a little bit. Like just let things unfold organically. But you do have love is blossoming. So this person is really developing feelings. So those are just a couple examples. I could be here all day with examples. Like they keep coming up. So let me look at what this person might say. Keep in mind, especially with the messages, you can take one, you can take two, you can take all of them. You know, this is a general reading, so they may not all apply, but some of them may apply. They don't all need to apply. And we just take what resonates. You are special to me, even though I told you otherwise. I will come back for you. I am working towards a better future. You've affected my life significantly. It really was me, not you. I see someone here who is just developing feelings. And I feel like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like everything that they observe, I think it makes them like you even more, Pisces. With the 32, I feel like this person feels that this is a life-changing meeting, or this is a life-changing kind of relationship. And if they were to give into the relationship or give into what they're sensing, what they're feeling, what they're observing, you know, their life would change. Like, they couldn't just maintain the same life that they have. Let's dive into the ocean of emotion. Keep in mind, the same is true with these cards too, that, like, you know, for some of you, I'm talking about your ex. For others of you, I'm talking about a new relationship. So not all of these are going to be applicable, right? And so just take the ones that you feel are for you. Listen to your own intuition, right? So you have broken. I don't know how to fix the pain in my heart. You made me feel alive again, Muse. I'm telling you guys. Oh, and look how connected these two energies are with the colors. I love the sweetness of your soul and the taste of your kisses. Sweet. I've made a fool of myself. I don't know if I'm as strong as you think I am. I'm exhausted and drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. So that's the second time we're really getting this energy. See, there's this feeling, and you know, I think like to a certain extent, right? This is just kind of normal, right? Because it's like I said in the beginning, with a relationship, it's exposing a lot of things about ourselves to ourselves, right? And, you know, you have this broken, foolish, and strong energy where it's like, it's almost kind of giving me that vibe of imposter syndrome. Like, what if I'm not really who you think I am? Or what if, you know, like, we date or we get down the path and then you reject me because you think that you messed up. You thought I was something that I wasn't. Or you thought I was capable of something that I wasn't capable of. Or you thought, you know what I mean? It's like, there is a little bit of an ego thing here with the foolish. It's like, you know, I don't know if my pride can handle it if I let you down. If I'm unable to show up, or if I'm unable to deliver. And I know that inside me, I have suffered, I've been heartbroken, I've been wounded. I know I'm not perfect. I know that, you know, I have limitations, or I have possibly been like wounds that I'm working on, or, you know what I mean? Things that I try to work through, but they do come up, or, you know, sometimes I do self-sabotage, or sometimes I overthink and can get myself into a pretty funky place. I just got, especially if you're dealing with a Cancer, so I don't know what that is about, but if you're dealing with a Cancer, I don't know, maybe a specific message for you. You have made me feel alive again, Muse, and wow, I'm even like seeing the Chariot. Could be someone in a field that's related to like cars or horses or travel. I have no idea. Okay, that's so interesting. That never happens. So it's someone, though, that's also very willing to acknowledge their own humanity. When you're willing to apologize, you have on the bottom of the deck, please forgive me, sorry. It's like, please show me grace for the times when I let you down. I am imperfect. I am human. And, you know, these are the things that, you know, like I may let you down with, or the things that I may not be perfect with. I'm over here trying to kill myself to be perfect possibly at this time, or to kind of keep those things at bay, or not let those things interfere with our relationship or our connection at this time. But this person is smitten with you, Pisces. You know, whenever Muse comes out in relationship to a Pisces, I just so completely relate to this. I just think that is, those two energies are so kind of synonymous and wrapped up. It's almost like a siren type energy, or a siren. What I can see the word, but I can't pronounce it apparently. SIREN. You know, it's like you're just a magnet. You're just calling this person to you, and there's almost like a helplessness about this person where they're just sort of like, I am drawn to this situation. I am drawn to this person. For some of you, if this is your ex, it's like they may have really tried to walk away. They may have really tried to put a lot of distance between you. And they just can't, you know, but I feel like also they're insecure, and they feel like, I don't know if I could ever live up to what Pisces thinks that I am, or thinks that I'm capable of. And also with this sweet card, you know, when you look at someone and you're like, oh, they're just so pure, they're just so innocent, even if like you could be like, you know, I'm definitely not pure, I'm definitely not innocent or something. You know, even if life has been really hard for you, or even if you've been through a lot and you don't identify with yourself as being innocent, you know, sometimes it's like when you really love someone, you'll look at them and you'll just see the perfect, innocent little child in them that, you know, before all of that happened. Like, you'll see that when you're really looking through the eyes of love, you'll see that kind of energy. I feel that here, guys. I don't know. I do not know. Let's dive into the tarot and let's look at, you know, what is this person really thinking when it comes to you, Pisces? What are they really thinking? Oh, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. For some of you, if they've been in and out of your life a lot with the Knave of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and then you have the Death card, it's like, wow. Some of you, Pisces, may have been with a player, or this may be someone who has been a bit of a player, someone who, geez, you see this envelope and with this rose on the hand? You know, it's like someone who can sweet talk. It is like, it almost feels to me like someone who like just flirts. It's like they, oh my gosh. This isn't for everyone, but it is a feeling of someone who kind of has confidence in their game and may have even led with you with some like spitting game or something like that. Like, it may have been somebody that really did not expect to fall in love. That really, it's like, you know, with the Knave of Wands here with the Death card, this is something that is transforming within this person. This is someone who is changing their approach. This is someone who is thinking about a major change of the way they operate in life. This can be someone who really tried very hard not to let anyone get too close. Look how intensely this Knave of Wands is staring at this Queen of Coins. And just look how this Queen of Coins is almost in her own world, in her own bubble. She's like, I know my value, I know my worth, my life is abundant, I'm happy right where I am. And this Knave of Wands is like, whew, like I am so drawn, I am so attracted, this person is taking my breath away, I can't take my eyes off of this person. But there is this, like, I don't know why I want to call it this, but radical energy here of, this is someone who knows their value, who is completely unimpressed with your Rico Suave kind of vibe over here, dude. Or this is someone who knows their value. And if you're someone who tends not to invest or is very in and out or unreliable, it's like this person is going to turn their back. This person, because they know their value, because they know what they deserve, they know what they need, they know what they covet, they know what they've created in their own life, and they're not going to sacrifice it for someone who's going to be in and out. They're just not going to do it. That's not a risk worth taking. And they also recognize that there is a need for you to transform in order to be with them. So they could either turn around and try to help you, which never ever works out very well. Or they can just keep their focus on their own life and what they have going on and give you the space to let that transformation happen. And so it's almost as if a recognition in this person's mental body that they have to change. That if they are going to, the price of doing business with you, Pisces, is that they are going to have to transform. They cannot come at you, however this energy is or was or has been, and expect to have a result or expect to even get you. Expect to even get you to turn around to even pay attention to them. So I feel this person is making the decision to go through a transformation or to like end a phase of their life or a cycle of their life. They're making this choice. You got the Lovers and the Ten of Coins to invest. Like, this could be someone that's young, that's like just coming to this place where they're like, okay, you know what? It's time for me to have a serious relationship. Now I've met the person. You know, this could be a complete transformation of their life. This could also be, you know, someone who it's like they were kind of in and out. They weren't really committed. They weren't really willing to commit. They were someone who tried to keep things sort of superficial in order to avoid having to really invest. And it's like, you're not willing to accept that. So they're having to change their mode. But it's like they are consciously, mindfully making this decision to change and to invest. The Lovers to the Ten of Coins. Like, that's a very strong decision, right? And it's because you are demanding it. It's because you're not going to take less than that. Wow. Okay, what is in this person's heart space? Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini or a Scorpio. Woof. Wow, that's a lot going on in the heart space. You've got the Ten of Wands with that Queen of Coins that we just saw on the bottom of the deck describing you, Pisces. You have worked your way into this person's heart. I felt that all through this reading. You've got the Nine of Swords right in the dead center, that fear, right? And then you've got this King of Wands, Two of Coins thing. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the King of Cups. Woo! So what's going on here? So this person, their heart, you have become the burden of their heart. You know, this is like, you know, with burdens, right? It's kind of a tricky thing. We don't necessarily know every time we pick one up, or maybe we can if we sit and focus and concentrate. We can say, well, that came from that. Well, that came from that. Well, that came from that. And it is funny, just this morning, I had to run to Publix real quick, and I was driving my Jeep, and something, it might have been a song on the radio or something, reminded me of when I was first dating my husband, and the, just a random, we worked together, and it was a random day at work, and it was, I want to even say it was just like a look that he gave me, or a look that he used to give me. And I don't know, it just made my heart do a thing. And so it's like with the 10 of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles, it's kind of like with this hawk spirit, it's like this person has watched. This person has, you know, been lurking. They've been paying attention to you. And it's like the littlest thing it could have even been. It's like, oh man, I really love it when they do that. Oh man, you know, when they said this, or when they stood up for that principle that's super important to me, or when they held that boundary with that person, or I mean, I don't even know, okay? Whatever it is, it could have been a look, it could have been a joke, it could be the way you laugh, it could be the way you smile, it could be the way you talk about your family, it could be the way you talk about your dog, it could be anything, right? And it's like those things, it's like they have been collecting them through these observations, through this energy of I'm watching Pisces, I'm watching Pisces. And these things have grown into an unbearable burden in their heart of just like all these things that they like about you. And with the Queen of Coins, it is like, yeah, this person's worth it. You know, yeah, my heart is telling me this person has standards and demands a certain level of respect and accountability and honor and all of these things, and showing up seriously because they know they're worth that, because they know they deserve that, because they're all of these things. And it scares the bejesus out of this person on some level. And with the King of Wands and the Two of Coins, it's like if it were any other thing, other than a matter of the heart, this person knows what they want and they would go after it. But because it is a matter of the heart and it instills fear in that particular space, this person can be a little wishy-washy, or may have been a bit wishy-washy with the Two of Coins. Like they may take one step forward and then 2 steps backward. But what is happening through this process, through this cycle, through this energy existing in this person's heart space? The King of Cups. They're developing deep feelings for you. And they're developing the strength to have those feelings and not get freaked out by it. You're not forcing. You're not clinging. You're sitting in your value, and you're letting this person go through whatever they need to go through to get to the place that they need to be in order to show up for you the way that you feel that you deserve for them to show up for you. Male or female. Oh, damn. Pisces, holy moly. So what are their intentions? Well, their intentions are to come in strong and have a conversation with you. I feel, you know, you've got the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You've got the Ace of Swords upright on that Seven of Coins energy. This is telling me that this is someone who doesn't want to wait any longer, like, or they know they're running out of time, or they know they are only maybe even going to have access to you, or the ability to even like reach out and conversate with you, or to get across what they're trying to say in order to have success and victory for you for a limited amount of time. It's like they don't have forever. With the Star card coming out and the Strength card, this is sort of telling me that you are there's an element of wish fulfillment here. And with the Strength card, this is telling me that they don't feel that you're going to compromise on your boundaries. They don't feel that you're going to compromise on what you need and want in this relationship, and that you are either very attractive, or you may be even getting recognition from many places. You may have a lot of different options or opportunities here with the Star card. if they feel this way about you, or if they have put you on this pedestal, or and I don't feel necessarily like it's put you on this pedestal. I think it's just the act of getting to know you, or observing you, or watching you, or something has brought this person to a place where they really don't think there's anyone better than you or above you. And so they know they have to show up in a solid and stable way, ready to commit. And I think they feel that they don't have a lot of time. So before time runs out, this person plans on coming in and saying what they need to say to have success and victory here. And they want to come in complete alignment with what they're saying. Which is in this very solid and stable manner, the divine partner for the Queen of Pentacles, right? All right, so what I'm going to do today, instead of getting message cards, is I am going to go sign by sign with the tarot. Not sign by sign, element by element with the tarot. So I'm going to just pull a couple cards for, if you're dealing with a water sign, what is the best possible outcome at this time. Keep in mind that even this is still a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? If you're dealing with a water sign, what is the best possible outcome? This almost feels like it's like someone's really focused on what they need to change, or what they need, the energy that they need to let go of in order to show up, in order to invest, in order to get an opportunity with you, much more so than they are focused on who or what they are is already perfect. So it's just sort of giving me, this person may be highly critical of themselves. They may have, with the Hermit in reverse, Virgo in their chart heavily, which is a real attention to detail and can be super critical and super focused on the daily routine of like, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's definitely showing up that way in the energy here. So with the the King of Wands in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Remember in the heart space, we saw the King of Wands come out with the Two of Pentacles. This is that energy of like, the King of Wands in reverse for me is pretty much always, unless there's something around it that dictates otherwise, someone who knows what they want, but they're not willing to take the action to go for it. And that is what I'm getting here. And the reason is because they are unstable. Making this decision kind of overwhelms them, or makes them feel like afraid. And with the Hermit in reverse, it's like, they may have even developed a bit of a comfort zone in their own life of being alone, or telling themselves that like, if I'm alone, that's fine. I'm happy this way. I can be happy by myself. But really, with the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, what this person wants to do is show up and invest. This person wants to come in. They want to give what they have. They want to offer an equitable, fair and balanced relationship. And they want to show up. But they can't do that until they release these energies of not being able to act on what they want, and coming to this place where they feel really unbalanced and really unsure of themselves when they go to make a move. And they got to let go of this idea that they could really be just as happy on their own as they could be with you. Like something that they tell themselves to keep themselves safe, or to keep themselves grounded or balanced. And so I feel like this person is kind of letting these energies go, and is really focused on, how do I end up being able to be the person that shows up and that invests, and that, is the person that Pisces is really looking for. So it's kind of a convoluted way to get there, Pisces, in a way. I mean, no judgment on this person, but it does feel like someone who is a bit of an overthinker, a very highly critical of themselves. Doesn't really want to admit what they want because what if they don't get it kind of energy. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I kind of love doing this because it does kind of crack me up. Like you can see the water element in the energy or feel it and the fire energy in the element. Okay, so if you're dealing with a fire sign, you got 2 8s. So this person is working through some things personally. 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. This person has some things to release that are no longer serving them. And it's like they know it. I feel like they have kind of avoided it or haven't kind of wanted to look at it or deal with it. But being in this relationship would force them to actually do it. And I think they're working on it. I think they know it's in their highest and best good, but certainly, you know, this isn't going to happen in this relationship if they don't do it. You have the Hangman and the 6 of Wands with the Moon card. This person is playing their cards very close to their vest. It's like they don't really want you to know exactly what they're thinking. They don't really want to reveal some things. They are in an energy of a little bit of fear and illusion, but they are also in an energy of like, you know, I do care about the outcome here. I do have a hope, or I do have a dream of what could be here in this situation. With the Hangman and the 6 of Wands, it's like this person has maybe taken a break, or has maybe not been showing up, or has not been as vocal or as transparent as maybe even they were at one point. This is going to change. This is something where this person is sort of, they're in their own world trying to make something happen. But as soon as they feel they have a good grip on that, they're going to show up in a big way with the 6 of Wands, with big intentions, with fanfare and pomp and circumstance and all of it. They're really going to want to get your attention with how serious they are and how, maybe even how much they've changed. If you are dealing with an earth sign, all right. You know, if you're dealing with an earth sign, some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. You know, I got to clarify the devil. I just can't leave him out there like that. This person, they may be someone who has a bit of a heart blockage, or had a bit of a heart blockage, or has had, yeah, you got the devil on the bottom again. They may be a Capricorn, like I said, or have strong Capricorn in their chart. Okay. Wow. Okay. So for some of you, this could have been someone who has been a bit emotionally unavailable for a while. The devil has the King of Swords in the clarification, but I got that with the 5 of Wands in reverse as well. The 5 of Wands oftentimes for me is a card that talks about a heart chakra blockage. You know, this is someone who has had a lot of things happen to them from the external world that has sort of made them tough, you know, or blocked up emotionally, and or, you know, uncomfortable with emotion even. And so the way they have kind of been in life is just very pragmatic, very practical, very logical, very analytical, very this is what makes sense kind of energy. And this person, it's like with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress here, it's like this person knows that they're dealing with someone who, if they don't keep you, you will always be the one that got away. You will always be the one that is on their mind, that is in their heart, that they compare other people to. You know, it's like there is no getting away from that for them personally. You know, you've flipped some kind of switch within them. that doesn't necessarily mean that they can show up for you like that. You know, it's like kind of knowing that you have met someone and you have never met anyone like them before, and so therefore you believe you will not meet someone like them again. And so it becomes that sort of like once in a lifetime opportunity kind of energy. Like, I did air quotes around that even though you couldn't see it. And in a way that turns up the volume on you know, energies like fear or energies like feeling overwhelmed. And so you have this Ten of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles energy here, and it's kind of saying to me, yeah, this person does sometimes feel overwhelmed, or this person does begin to feel like, okay, this is a bit overwhelming, or okay, you know, this is feeling like a lot right now. But with the Eight of Pentacles, they sort of methodically approach the burden almost on their own and kind of dismantle it. It's like they have a deep enough understanding of themselves to be able to dismantle it, but not to not ever feel it. But it can almost be like a constant process for some of you of feeling overwhelmed and then undoing it, feeling overwhelmed and then undoing it, feeling overwhelmed and then undoing it. And instead of, you know, making consistent progress forward or feeling that way. I do think that it is its own kind of progress forward. But this is someone who's been stuck in an energy for a while, you know, stuck in a pragmatic approach to life for a while. The devil is on the bottom of the deck as well. So this is something that this person has really learned. With the Ace of Wands, they want it. They want a new beginning. They desire it. They're into it. You know, it's more of an internal battle, them with them, than it is having anything to do with you, it feels like. All right, so that's if you're dealing with an earth sign. And let's check out air. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius. You do have the Strength and the Star card. All right, these two cards want us to look at them. Wow, Temperance and Justice. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. You also have, this is Sagittarius and that's Leo. So there could be a lot of, you know, fire and air energy in your person. But this is somebody who is trying to keep things balanced and is trying to do the right thing and is trying to kind of let things happen, you know, organically, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, instead of rushing in. Air signs have a tendency to rush. And this person, I feel like, you know, they're feeling strong feelings here. They're feeling that, like, you make them very, very happy. You know, I think they feel that you are their wish fulfillment. Pisces, you got big love coming in. You know, I don't know if this is a past person. I don't know if this is someone brand new. I don't even know. This could be someone you've never met before. But it is all over your cards. It is all over your energy. It's like, don't stop. Just keep going. You know, just don't give up. Just persevere. Just keep going, because someone's fallen in love with you, or they will, you know. You have this really strong soulmate kind of energy with an air sign here. And it is like, you make me happiest of all, you know. I love you because you bring out the feeling, this feeling of content in me that I don't find other places. This can be someone who has been kind of resisting the relationship or has been sort of holding back. But it is like, it's always on their mind. They keep coming back to it over and over and over again. And the feelings aren't going anywhere. All right, Pisces, this is what I have for you today. I hope you guys liked this reading. If you did, let me know. I'll do it again sometime. It's kind of like a you and them, but more in depth, only focused on them, you know? And I mean, of course, you play a role in this, but yeah, sometimes it's just good to be able to take a real deep cleansing dive into the energy. All right, this is what I have for you guys. I hope it helps. I hope it brought you some peace and clarity. And gosh, guys, as always, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.